You get this urge of like, I need to get out of the house and go somewhere,
Mm-hmm.
versus I know
this is not a good idea.
This is not a good idea. I know what I should be doing. You have that guilt.
Yeah.
I'm like, fuck, you're out. But that's what I'm saying. Like, that's how I was like eating my meal, and I'm like, yeah, I got that guilt. I shouldn't be out. Even though we're doing all the empty gestures and everything, it's just like overall, it's like this should have happened now.
Did it? So like when you got home, or like just on the car ride back to the house.
Yeah.
Did you feel like it was worth it? Like, I know I felt guilty, and feeling the guilt during a meal just makes that meal blah.
Yeah.
But was it worth it? Like, I did something.
Mm-hmm.
At the end of the day, I still did something. Even though I didn't feel good about it, I did something.
Like, damn. I think it is. Here's why.
Why?
My boss had like I said, my boss has a family, stuff like kids and everything. Like, if you're cooped up stuck in a house for a summer, you're already stuck with these kids. You have them since spring and stuff. They're in your house 24/7. You're with them 24/7 now. So, like, you're getting all the, oh my god, my kid's going crazy type of stories. You don't think that, like, by the time it's 5 or 6 months in, you just want, like, I'm going to give them something they would have had COVID didn't exist, which is a trip somewhere.
So a nice treat.
Yeah.
Like, let's do something fucking different.
Exactly. And you're doing something different. You're going out. You're going back to a little bit of normality, how things were before COVID hit.
Mm-hmm.
And everything. And you're going back to it's like, hey, you're visiting your normal life for like about a week. And then afterwards, you come back home and then you can quarantine again. But then you know that by going out and having that normal week, you're theoretically asymptomatically spreading the virus.
Oh, yeah. But it's still not the normal life. It's kind of like, you know, like that saying, you can never go back home?
Yes.
You know, when you have like a theme park you would always go to as a kid, or like some vacation spot you would always go to as a kid, or whatever, and then you try to do that thing as an adult, and it's like, I did all the same things, I had somewhat of the same feelings, but it's still not the same as when I was a kid, because you can never go back home.
Right.
So I understand, like, going out and doing things that were part of your past life, but it feels like it's the best version of the past life, because you can't go back home. You're right.
We are going.
And that
we're
guilt.
Yeah, but that's the thing though. Or is it that, or it's just like the disparity of the two? Like, meaning, like, when you're out on vacation, you're more daring. You're more apt to go out to different places more than you would do if you were like your normal life at home. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, when you go on, like I said, when the only time people really go to see museums is like when they go to DC. It's like, that's the only time you see museums. You don't have them. You don't go to the ones here.
You usually don't, unless like somebody's here.
That's what I'm saying. So it's like, but every time you go out, you're just like, oh, I'm going to DC. I guess I got to go see museums there. Everything. You got to go out there and do these type of things. Go to these locations more. Very rarely you're just like, I'm at the hotel doing nothing.
Okay, fair.
For like about 12 hours. Like, I just came here to get away from to be with the family. Instead of being in a house stuck in a room, now I'm in a hotel room stuck with them for about 2 days. And we're trying to hook up the Roku, but you can't because fucking asshole guys know that they don't want the freaking HDMI thing to work and stuff. And it's like, fuck! It's always so freaking hard.
You have to bring a lot of adapters, dude.
Exactly. Bring a lot of adapters. Hopefully something fits.
Yeah, something connects to something, connects to something. It's going to be a fucking monstrosity.
I'm not paying for fucking pay-per-view.
You got a Rube Goldberg machine at the end of it, and then you can hook up your fucking Roku.
All Regrets podcast. This is the podcast about regrets. with Sam Narani, 30s Pakistani female who's not working at the moment.
And Omar Gonzalez, who's really good at profiling.
I'm not good at profiling.
You sound like a fucking goth.
All I know is stereotypes, and that's it.
Female seems to be in her mid to late 30s. Very brown, too brown for my liking. Right. I like more of a light.
All right, let me try it again. And I think it's quite unique with us. I don't want to make assumptions here.
Mm. Don't. Do.
But I'm a Hispanic Orient. Everything. Like, yeah, I have. My mother has it. My father has diabetes, and my mother's gotten really sickly and stuff. And it's kind of like, well, we know we could deal with that. My grandfather died of a heart attack and stuff. That scared the fuck out of me. That's how he went out. Actually, that's not true. That's how he got triple bypass surgery at I think it was 70 or 65.
Wow.
Stuff. And he would go up to wake up and work the fields every day. That was his thing. Hardworking Mexican man, just goes out there and starts cleaning shit, doing stuff. He does hard manual labor and stuff. And he did it for a good living for a while. And he was always kind of known for going the extra mile and doing a really good job at stuff. I remember one time I went down to his pig pen, everything like that. And you go to any other place around here, you see cows, it's gonna smell like shit everywhere. You just walk in, you just drive around the street, you just drive on the freeway, and the cows are out there. You can smell all that fucking methane gas. It's horrible.
Yeah.
And it seeps through the fucking windows. Dude, but
it's like a skunk.
Yeah.
That smell penetrates.
Yeah, everybody used to hate driving up I-10 to Las Cruces, New Mexico, because you just see all the freaking cows companies right over there getting all the milk, butcher houses and everything, and you just smell it. It hits you in the face, that fucking shit smell. And it was bad growing up.
Right.
Everything. It's gotten better now because I'm pretty sure they
EPA
want us,
and all that.
Yeah, and they just want us to stop realizing that we're murdering animals there. And but then I go to my grandfather's one, and I'm in the middle of the pen, and I smell a faint smell of shit, and I'm it looks freaking clean, everything's goddamn spotless. That freaking pig is having a great ass freaking time and stuff. He's free range, he's happy, he has all the freaking shit he can eat and everything, and just
Wilbur.
Yeah, what?
Wilbur, you
Yeah, he's
some pig.
Yeah, exactly.
He's got a spider friend.
Yeah, it's and yeah, that's it. And it it feels great. And he's oh, they're in a happy farm, enjoying this artificial form of society that we created, but enjoying it and stuff. They're living their life.
Yeah, and they don't have a worry. They don't have. Yeah, they're comfortable.
They're in paradise.
Yeah,
they're in paradise until the last day, and then that's when it's bad. But
but they'll be knocked out.
Yeah, it's more humane now.
Not to tell them about it.
Yeah, don't film anything though. But then, like I said, my grandfather, was kind of the same way. Everything he worked. He was that's how he got pride and energy. He loved, like I said, he loved the fights. He did good jobs. So my grandfather got the procedure and stuff, and then the doctor told him he can't work anymore. He said you can't do anything. You can't go out and work because your heart's not in the condition for it. You can't do anything. So all he would do was just sit around and just drink tequila all day. Just sat, drink, talk shit with his family. Just sat, drink, talk shit with his family. That's pretty much all he did.
Was he happy with that?
No, he started getting worse.
Was it drinking because he was I got nothing else going on right now?
That's the thing. Where it's just he lost his thing he was looking forward to, his purpose, his will, his value in life. Now he's okay, I'm just here, and I'm I don't feel comfortable doing that. So he did that for a while. Then one day he's just fuck it. If I die out there, I die out there. And then he started working again. everything. Started getting back to thing, and then 16 years later,
Shit.
he did it for a while.
That's
man.
he retired he was like, I can't anymore, and then he lasted 16 more years.
Of work. He went back to work.
Yeah, no, that's crazy.
He went back to work, and he's like, nah, I gotta keep doing this. I'm gonna keep doing this. This is my purpose. My purpose is to provide value to people, and having a good work ethic, waking up to something and stuff, like, because all his kids already grown up. Hell, they're already fucking middle aged. She's already a grandpa.
Yeah.
And stuff, like,
what else I got left?
Exactly.
It's this.
But then, like, you get to retirement and you're just like, what's my purpose? What do I do now?
Right.
Like, a lot of people who work and just go into retirement, once they're done, they die. Like, a lot of people die within like 12 months of their retirement because they've lost their purpose in life. They've lost the thing they do. They basically, like, they have nothing else. Your purpose was to wake up, go to work, come home. Once you don't have that no more, you lost your routine.
Yeah.
You just, like, you get bored fucking quickly. You're just like, oh shit, I'm just sitting in my house doing jack fucking shit all day. I used to wake up and be purposeful. Now it's more like I wake up and I'm just here. And you don't have like a hobby or like something to enjoy your golden years with.
I understand that, but like, it takes a while to reestablish your purpose.
Okay. Is the reason we're uncomfortable like this is because now
you have to go look.
We're in retirement?
In a way.
And this is what retirement would look like?
Yeah. You're stuck. Maybe you're immobile because you fell down and your life alert wasn't quick enough for you.
Right.
And you're just kind of here in the house. So it takes time to figure out what you want, what you like. Like, I went through a hermit phase a while ago where I went to work, I ordered something, picked that up on the way home, and then watched Netflix, went to bed, did it again. That was just that was like 4 or 5 years of my life. That's how I lived.
Yeah.
But then during that time, I picked up, you have to go back and go, well, what could I possibly like? And also start it knowing that I can let this go.
Okay.
You know, because people find something that they think they'll like, and then they'll hold on to it because they got to prove something, or they don't know what the next thing is. So it's like, I'm just going to do this until the next thing. And that's why I'm in a shitty relationship, guys. Sometimes that's how it works. But like,
I love you giving up the recipe for shitty relationships.
I know. I'm so good at them.
Wow.
They're my specialty.
Yeah, that's fair.
But don't talk. It's like a souffle. They're very delicate. But it's like, you have to pick up hobbies that you think you might like and then go, you know what? This isn't for me. Next. And that's hard to do. I get that. It's not easy to go, well, I'm going to pick up trombone today and next week I'll figure out sewing. Like, that's not how it is. You just got to start doing shit knowing that maybe I hate it, but that there's something else.
Yeah.
And that's a very optimistic way of looking at it. And sometimes it's like, I don't know anything else. I cannot function at all on something else. And then at that point, it's kind of like you got to roll with the punches, or you're going to be left behind. And maybe that's why people die off early.
It does make a lot of sense. Stuff, yeah.
And if you want to have kids that are curious, you got to be curious.
True. And
that means, I don't have a purpose right now because of X, Y, and Z, but I got to go pick up trombone.
I love the fact that my kid is called Trombone. I didn't think I could go with Jose, Roberto, Trombone.
You're a little tromboner off the old block. And that's why you named him Trombone. So you can call him a little tromboner. You know what? Before you even existed, you were my little tromboner. That was a wink. I winked into the mic.
I heard the sound effect in my head, and I hope the audience did too.
I did. Cling. Tromboner Gonzalez.
Trump boner. Oh God! Come on, little Trump. Let's go.
But I get it. Like, I think a lot of people just kind of went through this identity crisis of now what?
Yeah.
And even with people that had jobs, like I spent a lot of time with job stuff, and now I'm not spending as much time with job stuff. Who the fuck am I?
Exactly. Or you just change course. Stuff like that. You went from like that, where it's like I had no idea what. Well, I was at home. Everything had a work from home situation, and then all of a sudden it's gone, and then you're like, I can go on unemployment, but my family now needs to be fed. I have a responsibility now, so that means I'm going back to the 7-Eleven.
Yeah,
and you're starting there, and you're just like, fuck. I had it good beforehand. I had it. Now I got to interact all these fucking people with a fucking mask on, and I'm like, son of a bitch.
Yeah, and I guess the stuff I was saying, that's the luxury. You have to be in a place in life, I guess.
No, but there's some people right now going from that place of life. They're
to oh shit. I gotta fucking keep my head above water.
Yeah.
At this point.
Oh my God, I'm stripping. Shit like that face.
Yeah.
Everything, and it's just like, fuck.
That's a whole nother level of stress, like.
Exactly, but that's the stress that everybody's under right now. It's like because we're all making the assumption that everything's going to go back to normal. Hell, there's a lot of people saying that the virus will disappear November 5th.
Oh, God. Yeah. The pandemicers.
Yeah.
Ugh.
There's people saying that.
Man, there are people fucking dying.
I know.
Like, there are real people fucking dying.
But the other argument is that...
You want to go talk to a nurse about it? You can't, because she's at her goddamn job saving all these people. You want to talk to a doctor about it? He's busy too.
Yeah, but the other problem is the other half of the doctors that are not working in that department have been laid off.
What?
Yeah.
Why? We still need them. Come back, doctors.
That's what I'm saying. Like the COVID thing has like really fucked everything up. That's why it's a little bit more different than like the 2008 recession. Like everything was like, it sucked.
But there was a bounce back. There was of a bounce back track.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like,
let's inflate it a little bit.
But now, it's like the chart that was always insane to me, where it's like you just see like the small dips on unemployment, and then all of a sudden we just fell off a fucking cliff. It was like it's like one of those cartoon videos. They used to see it like business wasn't booming and now we are dooming. Like it's just.
Oh yeah, and then like it like falls off the actual paper.
Exactly. You're just like, holy shit, this happened right here. Like you see that chart every fucking day. That's a very different thing now.
Yeah, there is more uncertainty. There's less.
Exactly.
There's less of a like usually when something bad happens, to try to keep yourself afloat like mentally.
Yeah.
You kind of go, well, I know in a week this good thing's going to happen. I'm going to focus on that.
Right.
And it's kind of like, what is that now? What is the good thing to focus on? New web series that comes out? I don't know.
Well, a lot of people take this time to maybe reflect on themselves or create something new they don't want to create all the time. There's people like that all the time. You basically you get fired, all of a sudden like you start on a new business venture or you start writing a book and everything. You can't go to coffee shops, but you just basically like, okay, that's the motivation I need to go.
Not to pay for my damn Wi-Fi.
Yeah, that pisses you off so much. That's true.
Yeah, no, you just use theirs. Excuse me, what's the Wi-Fi? I'm gonna buy a $2 coffee and be here for 12 hours.
Yeah. It's just like it's the sudden change. It's like the gravity of the situation, and the worst part of it is that like you just feel like the people who could do something are doing nothing. You're just like, okay, well, are you gonna tell us? Are you gonna tell us? Is it good to wear a mask inside? Do we have to wear the mask outside? Like misinformation from there, or I just get distrust in the media and stuff. And you just realize, like. All these sports, it's like everybody's saying it's doom and gloom in the media, but then like you see that sports leagues are opening up again. You see that businesses are opening up again. It's like, what is it? Is this as bad as we thought it would be, or is this like?
No, and that's why That's why
or is
everybody's
it getting better?
That's why we're getting worse. Because, like, half of us think it's fake. Half of us are trying to be careful. And the middle of us are like, dude, we still gotta live our goddamn lives.
Yeah.
We still have to go earn a fucking living. And it's a clusterfuck, dude.
It is.
It's such a mess.
I use my time now that I don't have a job to study for my CPA. That's my job. That's been my job for like about a good 2 months now.
Right.
And stuff. And I thought I had a plan. I'm like, oh, okay, everything's getting shit together. They'll pay more now. They'll give us like $1,200, and they'll be like, I'll be on unemployment. I get that extra $600. That's fine. And stuff. And then like that would like hold me over. If anything, I'll make a little bit more than I actually was making, but I know for the fact that shit's taxable, because I'm not stupid.
Right.
And everything. And I know for a fact I have to pay a higher tax because I'm a higher tax bracket and stuff. And I'm just like, all right, cool. Like, I don't spend all of it in one place. I'll just save like half of it. But you realize this, and you realize that your situation is like, wait a minute. If I do just get like unemployment, I still have enough. I have such a low overhead. Like, I'm just like, oh, I don't even need to spend anything, and I'd be fine for like 2 months. And then you realize, what if I'm like that family that needs it? Like, what if my boss was the one that's cutting, not me? And I'm thinking, he has kids. He got cut from his job. All these people, all these families got cut from their job. Anybody with a restaurant, you're done. You're a server. Everything, that was your profession. Now all of a sudden you don't have money to feed your kids. That shit is a real thing. Yeah. Dude.
Evictions are on the rise now.
Evictions on the rise.
And the cold months are coming, which is...
Damn, I didn't even think about that. You're right.
Yeah.
The cold months are coming. And Congress said, you know what? We agree on extension. We agree on unemployments. And all this other shit, we're just going to fight and bitch about. And just say, you know what? Fuck it.
Yeah.
We're not going to separate the things out that American people wanted and would actually help people.
Yeah. I've been looking at it the same way I look at religion.
Okay.
I guess I've never felt that there's like a higher presence. You know? Sometimes I feel like maybe there's a ghost.
I feel like I have a stalker, but I don't have a lot of hope.
But it's kind of like, I don't really believe in God so much, where it's like, that guy's not going to do anything for us if I don't believe in him. You know what I mean?
It's interesting.
So we got to do shit for each other. And it's the same way with the government. It's like, those bitches aren't going to do shit.
Yeah.
We have to step up. Like, that's how GoFundMes are a thing. Somebody needs cancer treatment. There's a GoFundMe page.
Should it be a thing?
It shouldn't be a thing.
It shouldn't be a thing, though.
People should be able to, like, live. You know?
Yeah.
Just like, hey, I might die, but I get treatment to live. Like, that should be an option. And if I don't want treatment, I can refuse and just die. That's also my option. We should have that option.
It's kind of like, you could look at like WWE. It's kind of like, oh, I'm this big freaking organization and like this wrestling company. We made it huge. We're $1 billion business. And then all of a sudden you see one of your favorite wrestlers being like, start a GoFundMe page because he has like abnormal back pain. And you're just like, holy shit.
Why aren't they paying?
Is the government just the WWE and we're just broken down wrestlers? They can't work anymore?
Dude.
They treat us like that?
Vince McMahon.
Yeah.
Is in charge right now.
Oh my God.
Spray Tan McMahon.
No.
That's who is in charge right now.
It is a WWE Hall of Famer. It is.
And Ghost Boy Pence. Damn it.
Ghost Boy Pence. Look. But yeah, you're right. Like, it's just kind of like I said, the same way you feel about God, I feel about government.
Yeah.
In general. I'm like, all right, local government's going to get you more than like national government.
That was our show. Thank you again for listening. And please follow us on Instagram at Regerts Pod. and Facebook and on all the other social media stuff. And subscribe. If any of these stories have inspired you to come up with a regret, send us your regrets at allregertspod@gmail.com.